Carrington Banks, we got here on the program again. Catching up with him. Bellator 176 is going all the way to Italy. Your nickname is the Jet Setter, but you're only finally now getting to live up to it, right? Because you're just now
Finally.
getting a passport.
Yeah. Just finally living up to the name. Before I was a fraud. No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, man, I'm fully living up to the name. It makes me proud to be able to jet set and go to Italy and perform over there. So I'm really looking forward to the performance and living up to my nickname.
The Black Zillions lost their big gym, lost the lease on their big gym, so it's kind of separated. Henry Hoof went and started his own program at a different gym. Neil Melanson is down at a different gym, so like the team is kind of split. Where did you end up landing?
You know I roll with Neil. I still mess with Henry. He's my dude, man. Neil's my number one though. I've been over to combat a couple times. Guys come over because Neil offers a different game than Henry, obviously.
Yeah,
And that's something that certain guys like Vicente still comes over. Lanton still comes over and does both. Every now and again, Kamaro comes over. Anthony Johnson comes over. So as far as the athletes go, there's no, separation between us.
right.
The up in the higher, with the management and the coaches,
Yeah,
maybe they went their ways, which is better for them. But as far as the athletes, we still like training with each other. And, Henry's striking style is what I came up on. So,
yeah.
he best suits me, even though I've been over at CSMMA a lot more because Neil's my game planning coach. I'm in camp, and I like for him to always have eyes on me. So I've been over at CSMMA most of the time.
Are you getting enough training partners over at CSMA? Because obviously Neil's 6'7" and 270. I mean that's he
Yeah.
doesn't
Sometimes I
match the
roll with him.
style.
Yeah, I'm just making the most of the situation.
Okay.
Abel Trujillo, my roommate.
Yep.
I train with him. Kamaro comes over and I get to train with him. Buscape's a beast. Yuri Villafort. I've been training with this not very known guy, but he's a really good partner. His name is Osip.
Okay.
So I'm making the most out of my situation. It's not always going to be perfect, so I'm just making the most of it.
It's interesting to see how every single guy that I've interviewed from the Black Zillions, that's basically their stance right now is I'm making the best of what I got right now. The gyms are only like 4 or 5 miles apart from each other, so it's not like you have to drive an hour to
Sure.
get to the other
That's not
guys.
true. The gyms are like 30 minutes apart from each other.
Oh really? Oh,
Yeah.
who was it that I interviewed a couple days ago? Carmu, Usman. He was like, yeah, they're only like 4 or 5 miles apart.
He got his calculations wrong. You don't know what 4 or 5 miles is there.
Yeah, especially in South Florida, like 4 or 5
He
miles.
might have been
That's like
40 or he might have
yeah.
been 40 miles.
Geez, wow. That's so you're driving. So you that adds another hour then to your day of training. So you
Yeah.
get the half hour out and a half hour back.
Yeah, it does. But I've been in this situation before I was at the Black Zillions where I had to drive 30 minutes here and there to get training. So if it's important to you, it doesn't really matter.
Right, right. Okay.
Yeah.
So you got and help me out if I say this name wrong. Mihail Nika, right? That's who you're fighting against?
That's how I pronounce it too. So I
Okay.
couldn't really. Yeah,
Okay.
yep, but that's him.
So he's 5-0, you're 6-0.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody's gonna lose. Somebody's got to walk out of there. Obviously, you're a friend of mine, so I'm going
my
towards
last
you.
guy was 7-0.
Yep, I was just gonna mention that. Yeah.
The O means nothing to me. My O even doesn't mean anything to me really. Because only thing that I focus on is winning the next fight, and that just keeps my O going. But he is undefeated. That says something about him. And what kind of fighter he is. So, but at the same time, I'm looking at it like I'm looking at him for who he is and not his record. I'm not fighting his record. I'm fighting him.
Have you been able to look at it? I got to be honest with you. I've never heard of this guy. So I'm assuming
Me neither.
He's a European
He's
guy.
a local Italy dude. So
Okay.
he's not probably his name hasn't been brought over here to the States, or he's not known over here, but he might be known there. So I don't know.
The only thing I know on him, to be honest with you, is he's originally from Romania. and then
Okay.
moved over to and then moved to Italy, and he's got 3 KOs and he's got 3 submissions. Now he could
Yeah. So
literally.
how's he 5-0?
That's what I'm saying. Like his record has 3 KOs and 3 submissions, but he's 5-0, which I don't
Yeah, it makes no.
understand. So what I'm assuming is that one of those fights got overturned later, and they just never took it off his win loss record and never added the no contest or whatever the final
Ah.
result is. Because remember, we're still in a stage with MMA that we're still trying to get everything unified throughout the world.
Mhm.
Like all the rules to be the same, everyone
Yeah.
gets the same database. Like boxing has that
Mhm.
already. Where even though the
Okay.
Klitschko's fight only in Germany, you still know their
Mhm.
records, you still know who they're fighting, you still have it. It's all in the same database. We don't
Uh
have
huh.
that yet. We're still working on it. Obviously, one of the things that's working on is IMAP. That's what they're trying to do is get the
Okay.
database so everybody knows everybody else. So it's
Yeah.
universal. So, have you seen fights on this guy? Like, have you actually seen any of his fights?
Yeah. I've seen some of his fights.
Okay. And what kind of fighter is he?
He's aggressive. He mixes it up well on his feet. He likes to use his hands. He likes to use his feet. Um, when he's on the, to me, he's just an aggressive dude. He's an aggressive fighter. Um, Nothing I haven't seen on the ground. He's got some submissions, so you can't underestimate him. He doesn't quit easy, So he's been in some bad places and he's fought through it. So he's the type of guy that I'm just planning on going out there and being smarter, more technical, and I'm really gonna put the pressure on him because I don't think he's had pressure really applied to him because he's always putting the pressure on the other guy. And I seen a fight where another guy tried that, but he gassed out really early and ended up losing. But I'm not the type to put pressure and gas out quick. So I plan on putting the pressure on him and also being smart and mixing it up well. But yeah, he's a pressure fighter, man, and he uses his hands, he uses his feet, and but it's nothing I haven't seen, you know.
So who came up with the game plan for him? So did Neil come up with the game plan for this cat, or did you have to come up with it on your own?
Me and Neil, yeah, basically me and Neil. Neil, he allows me to do a lot of, he takes into account a lot of things that I say, and I listen to everything he tells me, but he always likes to hear what I have to say about it. So together we game plan for this guy. We do that with every guy though, so that has worked out well for us so far.
So what's it like then with Henry? Because then Neil set up the game plan. You know what you're going to do as far as tactics.
Henry Henry hasn't been a part of this one, to be honest with you.
Okay.
I've went over to combat a couple times to do some sparring and train with the team, with the other half of the team. But he hasn't been a part of this camp. It's been 100% Neil, me and
Okay.
Neil, and that might change in the future. But as of now, I just kind of stayed where I'm at because I really like hearing what Neil has to say about my training sessions and correcting me, and that's important to me. Me having his eyes on me because he's my number one guy who's
Yeah.
gonna, we're working the game plan together. So just to keep the confusion out of the,
Yeah. So I know that Neil doesn't like to travel because of his disease. He's got to stay kind
uh
of
huh,
close to home. So
yeah,
who's going with you for this fight? Who's going to corner you?
Abel.
Abel
Abel's gonna
coming.
come with me.
So you only
Mm-hmm.
bring in one guy.
Yep, one guy.
Okay, and Abel makes sense. You can train with him. You can warm up with him. You can,
Exactly.
and he's your roommate. So you guys know each other's nuances. It makes it very simple. That's actually a good choice. Isn't Abel in? I could be wrong, but isn't he in training camp himself right now?
No,
Isn't he?
he's not. He's
Okay.
he's not in training camp. He
Okay,
actually
so it's
fought
perfect.
in February.
That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
So he's just training right now. Actually, he's home visiting his daughter,
Oh, is
but
he?
he'll be
Okay.
yeah, he'll be back soon though.
Okay. So how is it kind of Abel for a while? Like, I'm assuming he still is as a vegan, and you're not, right?
He's vegetarian.
Okay. Okay.
I'm vegetarian.
Oh, you both are vegetarian. Okay. I was
Yeah,
gonna say, how does that go
yeah,
with food in the fridge? You
yeah.
know,
It's perfect because we're both vegetarian. This is a meat free home. No
why?
meat whatsoever.
I talked to him about it before. He gave me his reasons. What are your reasons for being vegetarian?
Initially, every reason, really. But initially, it was all life is precious to me, or it became precious to me. It mattered to me, and I started to educate myself. Once one person put it in my ear, and then another, I started looking into it, and I started looking at, just on a moral level, how wrong it is, the way the animals are being treated, and people are so unaware. What it does to your body
Hmm?
is not good. What it does to the planet is not good. On so many levels, it hurts us. And I didn't want to be a part of my destruction, the planet's destruction, animals' destruction. So
Yeah.
I just stopped.
Yeah, I'm not gonna stop. I'm gonna
You
keep.
don't have to stop. Hey,
I
that's
just ate.
my.
I just
I
ate a
got my.
bison burger.
I
There you
got
go.
you. Hey, you asked me why.
Yeah, yeah, I know. I'm fucking
See,
with you.
that's
Yeah,
what I mean. When somebody asks you why, you give them raw facts.
yeah,
And that's really what it is. I got some raw facts,
yeah.
and I had to look into it. And I had it. My conscience kicked in, and I had to stop. But it's a good. It was the best thing I ever did, really.
And your weight is always right on point. You never have a problem making weight. You seem to be as muscular as you have been, even when you were wrestling in college. But
Yeah.
you're smaller on the scale. So obviously something changed. You're making weight just as easy as you were when you were younger, and that everybody knows that gets way harder as you get older. So obviously the diet's working for you the way that you're doing it, because it's whatever you're doing is working. So I mean
Yeah.
I'm making fun of you, but it's for you right now in your athletic career. It's got you right on point. Do you feel like that it's easier for you to make weight now than before when you're still eating meat?
I think it got easier once I stopped eating meat. And
Okay.
I'm not just saying that to make people quit eating it.
Yeah.
It's just my personal experience. You're not your blood is more alkaline, your body is more alkaline.
Yep.
Meat is acidic and it retains water, and it when you eat it, it sits in your stomach and in your body way longer than lighter, fresher foods would. They go right through you. So when I train, like I'm constant. I sweat and I lose so much weight. It's so easy. When I did my past two weight cuts, which was my first two fights as a vegetarian, I was kind of worried that it was going to affect me. I didn't know how it was going to affect me, but I felt the same, and my weight cut was easier, so I was happy about that. But it
So,
does make your body more sensitive to a lot of foods.
oh, okay. So
Yeah,
what's your first question? What's your weight like right now?
man, I'm too light right now. I was
Oh, really?
67 after training.
Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, that's
Yeah.
and you've only got to make it's not a title fight, right? So you only got to make 156.
So I'm 11 over.
Yeah, that is light for this time of frame. Like you got some
Yeah,
time still.
exactly.
That's really
That's what I
light.
mean. If I have to actually like take protein and supplements in order to keep the weight on, because I can lose weight super easy. Like I said, it just flows right through you. So making weight since I've been a vegetarian has become way easier.
Has there been any thought of you dropping down to 45 because it is getting so,
Nah,
so much easier? You don't want to lose an
nah,
extra 10 pounds.
nah. It's not happening.
All right. Okay. I like it.
I,
Um,
I mean, they try to run the idea across me, but I'm like, nah. I've cut weight all my life, man, and I don't want to make fighting about cutting weight.
and
You
yeah, and at
know, like
45, that's what it would be. You have
wrestling. I've wrestled since I was 7, and I've cut weight since I was in middle school, and I'm over it.
yeah.
I
Okay.
don't
That makes
want to.
sense.
Yeah, I don't, yeah,
All right, Carrington. Thanks so much for coming on here, man. I really appreciate it. Have fun
yeah,
for the
for
rest of your
sure.
training camp.
Yeah, thanks for having me, man. It's always good to talk to you.
You got it. We'll talk again soon.
All right, peace.